In every town, there are invisible threads holding everything together. The park bench that's never broken, the streetlight that always flickers on at dusk, the swing set that never squeaks. We rarely stop to think about how these things stay perfect. We just expect them to be. But behind this seamless world, there's often a quiet hero, someone working in the shadows. This is the story of one such man, Arthur. Arthur was the town's maintenance worker. He wasn't the mayor or a local celebrity. Most people wouldn't even recognize him. His uniform was faded, his truck was old, and his toolbox had seen better days. But Arthur had a special kind of magic. He saw the world in a way others didn't. He saw the loose screw on a playground slide before a child could get hurt. He noticed the faint crack in the pavement before it became a tripping hazard. He heard the whisper of a rusty hinge on the library door and knew it needed a drop of oil. He started his days before the sun came up, when the streets were empty and silent. His first stop was always the town square. He'd walk the perimeter, his eyes scanning for anything out of place. A loose cobblestone, a wilting flower in the public garden, graffiti on a monument. He'd fix them all, quietly and efficiently. By the time the town woke up, the square was pristine, as if it magically reset itself every night. No one knew it was Arthur. One summer, a fierce storm ripped through the town. Trees were down, power lines were snapped, and a beloved old oak tree in the park had split down the middle, its heavy branches dangerously close to the children's play area. The town was in chaos. While emergency services tackled the big problems, Arthur went to the park. He saw the heartbroken looks on the kids' faces as they stared at the roped-off playground. He knew he couldn't save the whole tree, but maybe he could save a piece of it. For a week, he worked tirelessly. He carefully cut away the damaged sections of the old oak. He sanded the wood until it was smooth, and then he started to carve. He worked with a focus and love that was truly inspiring. Slowly, out of the broken trunk, a beautiful bench began to take shape, carved with images of squirrels and birds. He integrated it right back into the park, a tribute to the tree that had stood there for 100 years. When the park reopened, people were amazed. They gathered around the new bench, marveling at its craftsmanship. A small plaque appeared one day, installed by the town council, but it just said, "From a friend of the park." Arthur never claimed credit. He just watched from a distance, a small smile on his face, as a young mother and her child sat on the bench, reading a story. Arthur's work wasn't about recognition. It was about care. It was about making his small corner of the world a little better, a little safer, a little more beautiful for everyone else. He was the town's silent guardian, the unsung hero who fixed the broken pieces without ever asking for a thank you. His legacy wasn't in a statue or a named building, but in the thousands of small, unseen acts of kindness that held the community together. So next time you see a freshly painted bench or walk on a perfectly smooth path, take a moment. There might be an Arthur in your town too. Thanks for watching. The week after the storm, Ridgewood felt different. People waved at each other. Neighbors lingered longer. At the grocery store, someone quietly paid for Ethan's coffee. At the diner, Maria placed a slice of pie in front of him and whispered, "You earned this." Ethan felt uneasy. Attention made him uncomfortable. He preferred the background. Then the call came from the mayor's office. They wanted to recognize him at a town meeting. Ethan almost declined. But Maria looked at him and said, "Sometimes people need to see what right looks like. Town hall smelled like old paper and weak coffee. The mayor spoke about responsibility, about community, about how one person's quiet actions could ripple outward. When Ethan stepped up, his hands shook. "I didn't do anything special," he said. "I just fixed what was broken." An older man stood. "That's what we forgot how to do." After the meeting, a city intern approached him. "Would you help organize a volunteer crew? People want to help now." Ethan hesitated. That night, he walked Pine Street. The light he'd fixed weeks ago glowed steady. Kids laughed nearby. Safe. "Yeah," he said quietly. "I'll help." The Ridgewood Fix crew began small. Saturday mornings. Gloves, donated tools, free coffee. They repaired fences, cleaned parks, helped seniors. The news returned. This time, names were mentioned. Ethan stayed the same, but something inside him shifted. For the first time, he felt part of something larger. Months passed, then came the letter. The city announced budget cuts. Maintenance positions would be reduced. Programs canceled. The Fix crew's funding gone. Ethan sat alone that night, staring at the letter. For the first time in years, he felt powerless. Ethan didn't sleep. By morning, he had made a decision. He called the Fix crew together, not at City Hall, but at the park they had restored. He told them the truth. No funding, no city support. Silence followed. Then Maria spoke. "So what? We stop caring now?" Others nodded. A retired carpenter offered tools. A shop owner offered supplies. Students offered time. The Fix crew didn't disappear. It transformed. They became independent. Community-led. Stronger. The city noticed. Months later, the mayor announced a new initiative inspired by Ridgewood's volunteers. Funding returned bigger than before. Ethan stood again on Franklin Bridge one spring evening. The river reflected golden light. Every streetlight worked. Maria joined him with 2 coffees. "You changed this place," she said. Ethan shook his head. "The town changed itself. I just reminded it how." Cars passed. Life moved on. Most people would never know Ethan's name. But broken things were noticed now. And that was enough.